that were in the way all the time. These two are overhanging too much.
Have you ever wondered what happens to these old graves that collapse? How do they actually get restored? And what are some of the challenges you face when restoring these graves and headstones? I'm 𝗏𝗂𝗧𝗏𝗏 and I'm at the Undercliffe Cemetery in Bradford. The purpose of this video is for historical and educational reasons and a dedication to the volunteers that work here. Shortly I'm going to meet 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏 and he shall be asking quite a lot of questions to Graham Swain, who's known as the grave digger here, and also we shall be meeting some of the volunteers.
Hello. I'm the grave digger.
Hello, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, mate.
Is it local soil? This is from around the corner somewhere?
This comes from 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏 Cemetery. Okay, so all the graves that we dig, any spare soil we try to bring to Undercliffe Cemetery, so we're not taking it to tips, landfill or out like that. Yeah. And there's so much work to do here, in Undercliffe Cemetery, and they've got a team of volunteers. But one of my jobs seems to be filling the graves in. Right. When we have a problem like this.
Yeah, so this has been sort of sectioned off, isn't it, for what reason? So this is because it's quite a big. Oh
so
gosh.
Some of the volunteers were doing some work, and this had been placed over the top. And what's happened is they nearly went down. So we have to look at the point of what there is in this grave. Now there is a lot of bodies in here, as you see there. There's maybe 1, 2, 3. Maybe 6 or 7 bodies in here, I'm not 100% sure,
How deep is it then, would you say?
Well, at the moment you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chambers you can see.
So those chambers, how do you work them out? They seems to be
so if you come over this side here, you can see where the bottom ones have collapsed, right at the bottom there. Okay, so the chambers, so what's probably happened here is there's been a big tree, and as a tree goes in the wind like this, eventually it snaps the stone, and the stone's fallen in obviously, and it's fallen through there. And
there's obviously a brick wall, the internal wall.
So
how many layers thick is that? Is it just one?
So that'll be 1 layer thick, because it'll probably share its wall with next door neighbour.
Right. Okay.
So we had no sides or out like that to walk. So in general, you think that somebody's come along here and dug all this out, but it's probably the topography of the land, sloped down.
Yeah.
And instead of, we didn't have in this age, they didn't have the machines and everything
all done by hand. How many people would you say would be digging?
No, they didn't dig.
Oh, right.
So this would have been sloping down.
Okay.
And they'd have built this and then filled it in.
It's natural level.
No, not really. Right, no, so it's all terraced, everything's terraced.
Right, okay.
Right, so what happens is that most of these graves around here will all be tomb graves like this.
Right,
so at one point it will have been a real low, the land itself.
Yeah.
So they've actually built it up,
right,
and at one time all you'll have seen is a massive brickwork.
Right, okay.
The bricks will have been local, probably within 1 mile.
So basically that's the inside of the brick wall. That you would have been able to see the outside, the external wall, very clearly.
No, because each one of them would be one after another, after another. This is why they're perfectly in line.
Right, okay.
Because all you'd have seen is a mass, and then they'd just thrown some soil over, a little bit of soil. Okay. It's a bit like cellars, in cellars in houses. They didn't dig them out, they basically filled them in. So we've got here, and obviously, because the cemetery were disused, it stopped being used 30, 40 years ago, and it got into disrepair. But now, we've got lots of volunteers now who come, and they come every Tuesday, and we just work it out. One of his biggest problems is the ivy. There's ivy everywhere. So in the olden day, at Christmas you'd bring a wreath of ivy and hang it over there, leave it on, and then it
would take us up,
germinates.
yeah.
It gets worse and worse, and this is why.
Oh, is that where it's all come from? I've always wondered why.
Yeah.
Full of
Well,
ivy.
actually, it's because that's more than likely the scenario. These are approximately 2 inches thick.
Okay.
They're all Yorkshire stone flags. So the Yorkshire stone flags here that have probably come locally from a quarry.
Okay.
Even the quarry could have been in this cemetery.
Okay.
You know, it's not. I'm not saying that the quarry came from Bolton Woods quarry or out like that, because it doesn't really look like that, because it's laid. You see.
Yeah.
You know, it's not sandstone. It's laid stone, right? You know, it makes it stronger.
Yeah.
Right. So it's probably comes from somewhere local here, and they'll have brought this on a horse and cart. But the head of one person will be that side, and the feet of the other person will be that. You know, like you did a child.
Yeah, so that's per level.
Per level,
Per
yeah.
level, okay.
Per
So there'd
level.
be
It's
at least
what a bit
2
awkward
people.
when,
Yeah.
you know, your brother went in first, and then your 2 brothers later,
Yeah.
his 2 brothers' wife wants to go in at the bottom.
Yeah.
But in around about 1972, they stopped all of it, you know, because it wasn't dignified.
Right, okay.
And you've got to understand, when they brought these bodies, that there probably would not have been any funeral directors. You know, you'd have, if you used a coffin, more than likely it would have shroud burial.
So Graham, obviously I can't see any remains in there.
No.
What's happened to them?
So the last one in was, it looks like 1950. Okay, so basically your body loses 50% of its weight per year. You know, in different circumstances with different ground conditions. So the first year you expect that your body loses 50% of its weight. So the second year it loses 50% of that, and then 50% of this. This is a rule of thumb, you know, thing. But what happens then is that, you know, you end up with bones, but eventually the bones disappear altogether. Yeah. Yeah. The shovel.
Graham, so here, what are you doing exactly?
Okay, so what we've done, we've got some reinforced concrete slabs to go over the top of this.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean the tops here.
Yeah.
I'm going to put one slab on, and then I'll be able to get that slab on there, and then we're going to put one over the top of them both.
Right, so it's something you can,
So then what we're going to do, we're going to fill all this in then.
okay.
Okay, and then go from there. We can't really be digging down there.
Yeah.
It is what it is, you know. We can't see any human remains at the moment.
You're a person who doesn't use gloves, I've noticed.
No.
Full on, eh?
Full on, yeah.
So you're clearing the ledge basically, so you can.
Yeah, so we can get a slab on.
So the slab won't go on the ledges down there. They'll go.
No, it'll
this
go
one
on.
up here?
It'll go on this slab. This one here, yeah.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Do you think there may be any possibility, do you think, in the future that that other descendants would be buried in here?
They can do. Yeah, they can do if they've got a grave right.
Yeah.
If they've got the grave rights for it. I think these are like in perpetuity.
All right.
These are basically 999 years.
Yeah.
So if somebody comes along, but usually the grave owner is already in the grave.
Yeah. How would they prove that they're the sort of a descendant?
And that'd have to be up to the registrar, you know,
Right,
to
okay.
decide.
Yeah.
There will be a legal route to it, but it'll be up to the registrar to decide everything.
So there's an original slab there as well, isn't there, which seems quite
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
quite strong and
What's happened is something's fall. It appears clearly that something's fallen into it,
yeah.
and because of that, they can't. That's why it's fallen. It's broke.
These, the concrete replacement ones you're putting in, will they last for many decades, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. These will last forever, really. The reinforced concrete.
Right, okay.
Put it down. Push it over. Now we're going to have to move one of these. Yeah. Have to move one of them.
Have you hit a snag?
Yeah. It's these two are overhanging too much, so we're going to have to move this here so we can get it in. Yeah. Which unfortunately will probably break that.
Move that out of the way.
Yeah.
I'll just put that on there so it doesn't fall in.
Unfortunately, it's going to break that, innit, to get it in.
Is it going to move by hand, do you think?
No. Won't move by hand.
The ones that are in, what about putting them that way? Yeah. Or is that not strong enough? Will it just cave in?
No, it's not really. Then you're relying on that.
Yeah.
Everything on that, aren't you?
That's in a minute.
Yeah.
So it must be pretty strong.
You're going to have to rely on that completely then.
Right.
I think what his best thing is we'll just have to break this out and break this out, unfortunately. You know.
Then would they be too, you know, the two that's all down below? Those two would all, you couldn't use them and
No, they're not strong enough.
they're not.
No, that's the right one,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's just that these are overhanging. That's the problem.
yeah.
So we're gonna have to pull these up so we can sort that out. That's all. We've got to pull this out.
Yeah.
That's what we've to do. Let's go get the digger down there. Yeah.
Now, if you go to Bradford Council,
Found another headstone there. Look.
How many people do you think it'll reckon to? How many people do you think it'll be? It would be to lift something like that?
I would say this to grave, isn't it? Just like squeeze here.
Yeah. I think it looks like Graham's trying to create some sort of pathway to get to this grave so he can lift these side stones. And clearly it's not an easy task, as you can see. So I'm just going to step out of the way a little bit so I'm out of harm's way. Sorry, Riaz. So Riaz, that stone I can see there, it's fallen from this monument and it's impeding the lifting of the side of this monument.
Right.
Get it in there now.
Will we?
Should do.
Yeah.
That's only just got that though.
Pardon?
That's only just got that.
That's okay.
So that's probably haven't been lifted, what, for 100 years, you reckon?
Probably, I think 1936.
Wow.
So it's a good few years. A good few years.
1950 it said on.
Is it 1950 there, yeah?
1950 on here. 1940.
Okay.
1950.
Okay.
73 years.
There you go.
How many more do you need?
So can you always work these out normally by just looking at a grave? Because obviously, I'm amazed. I mean, I'd have thought that you'd have never been able to get that, got that in. I'm amazed.
Everyone's a different grave, innit, you know?
Yeah, it's
a different
fascinating.
grave in a different day.
Yeah.
So, you know, whatever it is today, tomorrow's different. Pass the
Yeah.
shovel.
Sorry. Oh, sorry about that.
Thank you. So these have got bars in.
Okay.
Okay, you can see the bars there, look. One there, there'll be another two somewhere else. Okay. That'll be right.
Graham, where have these come from then?
We manufacture them ourselves. You know, all for different graves.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you've sort of cut it down to.
so
spec as well?
we've had to cut these down, yeah, up
Right.
to size.
How many slabs, concrete slabs, will go in this grave?
Just three in this one.
Okay.
We're only replacing the ones what are broken.
Yeah. And this side is all done voluntarily, isn't it?
This is all voluntary, yeah. There's a lot of volunteers here.
That's a great service that you're all playing.
Thank you.
Playing for Undercliffe Cemetery.
Thank you very much. It's not just us, you know, there's
Yeah.
altogether there's 40 volunteers.
That's a lot of volunteers.
You know,
yeah.
some are admin staff,
Yeah.
yeah. Researchers.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do now, first of all, this one's come off of that headstone there. So I think what we best do now is that were in the way all the time.
Yeah.
So we're going to lift this up and put it on there. So do you want to mix some more, a bit of sandy cement, a bit of cement? Yeah, look up van, yeah.
Was this using pins or something? Pins broken off? Or
Yeah,
can you see holes?
so the pins are there. So we can actually put some more pins in that. I'll get some pins, put the pins in. The pins have just seemed to have disappeared.
They've rotted and broken off or something? Well, yeah.
They seem to be
rusted,
out. Whether they've actually been in or not, I don't know, but they are pinholes. So we'll see if we've got some pins so we can put it back in with pins. This headstone's probably come from 𝗵𝗵𝗃 in Scotland, because this is a red one, a red granite.
Yeah.
And so the grey granite is either probably from Aberdeen, something like that, but this will be from 𝗵𝗃 because it's red.
Yeah.
You can see, so it's had a bit of trauma as it's over years,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
trees brushing against it, you know,
Right.
windy and things like that. So it's had a bit of trauma. So what we're going to do, we're going to lift it up there, hopefully. Take the strap out. Take the strap out. Can you get it under there? I might be able to get grab on it now, Craig. Can get the grab on it.
Oh, you don't want it now?
I can get the grab on it now, can't I?
extend that bit?
Huh?
Will it extend that bit?
You what?
Will it extend that much?
Yeah.
Will do.
Get the gun. I'm gonna try to get the grab and lift it.
Yeah.
Because we just can't get into it. These are the pins that are going on the top there, so we'll stick them in the top, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I'll just stitch them in. Yeah. Bend that, innit? There we go. Was it hammer? Bend it back. Okay. Oops.
How much of a layer of
Pardon?
concrete do you have to put on? How thick a layer do you have to put on?
Just as long as it's going to stick, it doesn't matter. You know, it's the sheer weight what does it,
Yeah.
more than anything.
So how long will it be before it goes off the concrete?
Tomorrow it'll be solid. Solid tomorrow.
Good.
Yeah. Right, we need to get it. We need to get the thing so that is exactly perfect above. Okay, because otherwise it'll just rock it. Yeah?
Yeah. So when you move
Wait a
it,
minute, I'll level it, yeah? That's better.
put it down.
Yeah? Okay?
Put it down. Forward way a bit. Try that.
No. Got it? Okay, wait a minute, Craig. Come our way. We'll have to take the grab off by itself.
Yeah, then each balloon go down. We'll square it up and maneuver it down.
Yeah.
Side.
Let's get the grab off.
Now, it's still locked. It's
No,
not
no.
moving it now.
That's it. To me. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Let me tidy up first, yeah?
Chris, have you done much of this?
Professional, eh?
Yeah.
I've done quite a few.
Yeah. You seem to be doing a good job though.
Trade, supervision, all that.
You're doing a great job.
Put it in. Yeah. That's it. No, yeah. Go on, put it. Go on. Don't know. That's fine. You just need that other one on then. Stick it all out. Yeah. So if you have a look here, we've got the monumental mason as Wright and Sons, who are actually still manufacturing after I think 150 years. They actually used to be very close to here, you know, probably 200 metres away from here. But now they're on up near 𝗀𝗵𝗁 Cemetery. Still, they are still.
Road out there.
That's right. So they are actually still trading. Yeah. You going? Just move it out a bit.
This metalwork as well.
Pardon?
The metalwork, would that have been put on again later?
Uh,
Or do you think it would have been fitted
So-
at the same time with these?
Most of the
stones?
metalwork, it were on every single grave if you have a look there. But during the First World War, they were all cut off for the munitions. You know, because we needed the armour,
Yeah.
you know, to make the tanks and the bombs and things like that. So they came to the cemeteries first, and then after that they just went to everybody's garden. You know,
Yeah.
if you look on your, if you look on the garden wall on many tourist houses, you see bits of cement in the
That's
garden
right,
wall
yes, yeah.
because everybody used to have a fence round.
Yeah, made of metal, yeah.
And you know the government wanted the metal for the. Slabs there, isn't there? So you can see the headstone was just full of ivy before, and you know the volunteers have cut it off. This is why it's very brambly and bushy around here.
Yeah. Yeah, we seem to have a finished product here, and I'm amazed from when we came and it was an open grave, a few layers down, and now we have a grave that looks as if it's always been well kept.
I hope you enjoyed that video and took something away from it. And if you like this video, please do share, subscribe and like. And I shall meet you on the next vlog. Peace out.